firm but polite. No matter who gets on your back, keep things under control. You're the man in charge. Remember, people's lives are at stake. After testing and firing the round in the normal way, remember to wait at least 10 minutes before returning to the ripping.
Ah, good. It's dropped.
If the misfire hadn't come down, the full procedure for drilling and firing a relieving shot would have to be carried out. After checking the area for general safety and gas, retrieve the misfire as it'll have to be sent for laboratory examination. If any part of a misfired charge is not found, the debris must be transported out of the mine. It must travel separately from any other mineral and be clearly marked. A surface inspection will be necessary to recover the charge.
Well, that's it. The boss is happy. Coal's moving again. I must remember at the end of the shift to make a full report in writing about the misfire. By the way, did you mention anything about a faulty exploder? No, I didn't think you did. If the exploder was faulty, obviously you'd have to find another one. And make sure that the faulty exploder goes out of the pit at the end of the shift for testing. Also, and most important, see that any exposed strata are made safe. Oh, and don't forget to notify the district deputy. Oh, well, that's everything covered. No more tricks from you today.
OK.
Don't you want to whisk me off me snap?
No more tricks.
All right. Please yourself. I'll walk it.
That's how they always should make. See, there's a lot of trouble when they're like this, you know. So you got another strike in the paper? That black barrel. Maggie. Yeah. Maggie probably bribe it on school, we know.
What the devil you got your lunch into there, lad? A pink one last week, a blue one this week. I tell you what, it's getting more like a puff every day.
Oh, cheer up, you silly sod. Explosives contain chemicals such as nitroglycerine, ammonium nitrates. It can easily get on your hands during shot firing. And then contaminate your food at snap time. So it pays to take precautions. Never mind the sarcastic sods we got round here. Right, I'm off. I've got another rip to fire. Shall I see you tomorrow?
Looking forward to it. The development phase. See you there?
Yep. I'll see you on the district then, shall I?
Righto.
Cheerio.
Cheers, then.
Early. Go on, you look.
Don't forget your bring a tissue for me.
Okay, lads, can you get the gear out? Bring them other 4 bags of powder in with you. Gear.
When it comes to shot firing, there's only one person you need to find around these parts, and that's the man you're looking at now, Bill Matthews. Shot firing is more than just a job to him. It's an art. Hi, Bill. How's it going today?
Oh, glad you could make it, my son. Everything's under control. Done my gap check. Everything's okay. Soon we're ready to stem the roundup.
Bill's job today is a round of 18 shots in a coalface development. And as the face is a solid wall, it's not undercut, we're going to see a special technique. This method, called blasting off the solid, can only be carried out under an exemption. As exemptions often vary between districts and even workplaces, make sure they're fully understood and carried out. The key to blasting off the solid lies in the delayed action of the detonators used to fire the round. In compliance with the exemption, we're working to an overall delay time no greater than 0.15 of a second. In this case, Carrick's 0 to 5. Carrick noughts give instantaneous detonation, and the time interval between numbers is about 25 milliseconds. Right, we're ready to charge the hole.
Just a minute, son. You can get into a hell of a lot of trouble by putting the wrong delay in the hole. Let's just have it right.
Good point, Bill. Thanks for reminding me.
OK, my son. Let's carry on.
Right, well, with delay firing, the primer is the first to go in. Its detonator towards the back of the hole. This technique, called inverse initiation, is used for good reason. An early delay could spread its detonation across an adjacent hole in the series, removing part of the rock and charge. With the primer tucked firmly into the back of the hole, at least the detonator and part of the charge will still go off. This reduces the danger of leaving sockets in the face containing raw explosive. As you can see, we're using gel ampoules for stemming. Is everything all right, Bill? You're rather quiet today.
I'm OK, my son. You're doing fine. You carry on.
Fair enough. And now, where was I? Oh, yes. Several firing patterns can be used in face developments, but in soft coal like this, the fan cut is the best bet. Hang on there, Bill. I've got some drawings prepared. As the name implies, a fan shape is produced by the pattern of holes. As you can see, the delay numbers increase from left to right. There are 18 shots in the round. They must be coupled up in series systematically. It's best to have the leading wires at the same side of the face. After clearing the danger zone, posting sentries and taking all the necessary precautions, the shot firer is ready to couple up and fire the round. In this case, our firing position must be at least 70 metres away from the face. Bill's shelter, corrugated iron reinforced by sandbags and materials readily available on site, is in fact about 100 metres back. Ready to go now, Bill?
Yes, I'm ready to go, son, but before I do, I'd just like to make a point. Shots can easily blow through into adjoining workplaces. Coal-face developments are a particular hazard from this point of view. You must make sure these areas are included in the danger zone. Clear the men out and post an extra sentry. Now then, we've got to wait at least 10 minutes for a round over 6 shots. You know, at my first bit, we used to always undercut the coal.
I believe they still do in some areas, don't they?
Oh, yeah, in face developments and advanced settings. It's dying art now, though.
I've got a question, Bill. If our development had been undercut, how would you have tackled it?
Well, let me see. If it was undercut, I could get away with a round of only 12 shots. You'd still need an exemption of over 6 in one round. P45 explosive fired in 2 delays. Could be Carrick North and 1 detonators. Oh, and make sure you plug the hole with clay to reduce the hazard of gas emission. Wet stemming, that wouldn't change. Everything coupled up in a series. I would keep the danger zone just the same. Still a chance of shots blowing through. Fire it down in the normal way. Ah, them was the days. Blimey, look at the time. Come on, we're a bit late.
When you get back to the face, keep under supported ground when checking for general safety and gas. Make doubly sure there are no sockets remaining that might still contain explosive. After relieving the sentries, see that the area is made safe again. Be sure that any supports dislodged by the blast are put back in position.
That's it then. Just got time to catch a man rider.
Hey, hang on a minute. When are we going to fire the cross measures drift?
Oh, that's all laid on for Friday. It's not my district, you know.
Well, fair enough, but we can jump forward in time and do it now if you like.
Well, I've got nothing organised, really. They exploded, that afternoon shift wants it.
Don't worry, Bill, I can take care of everything. I've even got your old exploder waiting on the job. In tough strata conditions, you'll need a lot of explosive, maybe 125 kilograms or more. A man can only carry up to 2¼ kilograms in a canister, so it's common sense to devise a system of bulk transport. This can only be done under a scheme of transit, laid down by the manager and approved by the inspectorate. A priming station, authorised by the manager, can save valuable time when charging the round.
Hey, Bill. I got the clay stem for you.
Oh, I got 40. Take it in the end then, will you? And ask Tom to come out. Give me a hand to carry the stuff in.
Right you are.
Hi, Bill.
Oh, there you are. It is Friday, isn't it?
Well, yes, of course it is.
Very clever, my son. Come on, let's get this lot done. I've nearly finished now.
Thanks, Bill. I knew you wouldn't mind. At the priming station, a set procedure must be followed by the shot firer. The leads from each detonator must be short-circuited before the cartridge is primed. As soon as a primer is ready, it must be placed in a box provided expressly for that purpose. Remember, always keep primers with the same delay time together. Mix them up, and you could easily charge a hole with the wrong one. Immediately after the primers have been packed, lock the box. It must stay locked until all the holes have been drilled and the shot firer is ready for charging. As we're firing with delays, the primer is the first cartridge to be charged, its detonator end towards the back of the hole. It's a cross measures drift, so a man can be authorised in writing to help with the charging. However, there are certain restrictions. He's not allowed to insert primers, and he must work under the shot firer's close personal supervision. A workman can also help with stemming. In this case, it's clay. And although he doesn't need any authorization to do this, he must be properly supervised.
Yeah, I'll take over.
Several types of cut can be used in a drift face. The choice depends on the strata and the burden to be fired. What you're after is a good pull and a compact dirt pile with sufficient fragmentation for easy loading. In this drift, it's been found that a wedge cut of 48 shots works the best. In principle, the holes for the cut shots are arranged to form a wedge. They're the first to fire. There may be 1 or 2 rings of easers, depending on the size of the drift face. The trimmers will be the last to fire and maintain the profile.
That's it then, Robbie. Just fasten the wires up while I make my report out.
Okay, then, Bill.
Then I'll go up on the top and start a couple.
After charging all the holes in the round, make sure the details have been recorded. As to be expected in this cross measures drift, we're using P1 explosives with half-second delays. However, strata conditions could easily change as the drivage progresses. The sudden appearance of a coal seam over 300 millimeters, for example, could mean that different explosives and detonators would have to be used. It's the shot firer's duty to keep the manager informed of any deviation from normal. The round must be coupled up in series, and as we're using an L-type exploder, all the connections must be properly insulated. There can be anything up to 100 shots in a drift, so it's essential to couple up systematically. This will reduce the risk of leaving shots out of the circuit and make things much easier for checking, should there be a misfire. Once again, it's common sense to have both leading wires at the same side of the face.
In theory, the shot firer is the only person allowed to couple up around. In practice, well, it's human nature to let every Tom, Dick and Harry do it. Don't be tempted. I know a bloke has allowed that to happen once. There was wires leading here and everywhere. They cut the shots, they went off on their own like a little merry-go-round.
Where was that then, Bill?
Oh, never mind, son. Bit before your time. Come on, let's get on with it.
When everything is ready, clear the danger zone, making sure that all shot-firing equipment is removed to safety.
Carry on around that corner, lads. You'll be all right up there.
OK, Bill.
After a century here, Gummy, I'll be safe enough for you. Now, don't do no work. Don't let anybody come by you until I come back and fetch you. OK? Right, over. I know, Bill.
Bill's obviously playing this one strictly by the book. It's a long walk back to the face again, but at least this way you can be sure nothing is left to chance. Once again, all the joints must be properly insulated. As we're working in a drift, the firing position must be at least 180 meters away from the round. From this position of safety, test the circuit for continuity using an ohmmeter. 48 detonators, each with a resistance of 2 ohms, will give a reading of 96. The shot firing cable will add about another 4 ohms to the total. That's about right. High output exploders must be used for rounds over 12 shots. They're powerful instruments. 1200 volts is no laughing matter, so handle them with care. Keep your fingers well away from the terminals or their connections when firing the round. When at least 10 minutes have gone by, the shot firer can return to the blast area for his general safety check and final test for gas.
That's it then. No more camera tricks from you today. Good job there wasn't a misfire. Been a bit of explaining to do, wouldn't there, in the round this size? Anyway, I'm going to get this lot tidied up, and I'm going to make something to eat. I feel as though I haven't eaten for 3 days. See you tonight, thank you, eh?
Yeah, what time's going on last time?
7:30. Tonight we should win the league.
Every year, millions of shots, thousands of tons of explosives are fired in our mines. Safety's got to be first, second, and last, every time.
Yes, it's a lot better.
As for Bill Matthews, well, he's a pleasure to watch. A true craftsman in every sense of the word. All set for home now, Bill?
All right, my son. It's been nice meeting you. I'm just going to report now to the district deputy. Then got a domino match and a party going on tonight.
You will go for Granddad.
Of course I did.
I'll
Right. Perfect.